everyone. Thanks for joining us this afternoon. I'm Christine Stanwood. If you're traveling today, the weather is creating some difficult, if not dangerous, driving conditions. There have been a number of crashes on the interstates in and around the area, and that includes Highway 10 just east of Moorhead. But Minnesota State Patrol Sergeant Jesse Graybo says conditions are much worse south of Fergus Falls in the Dalton and Alexandria areas. Graybo tells Valley News Live in a crash there, one person was ejected. We don't know how seriously the person was hurt. You are advised to slow down and make sure you are buckled up. The man who fell into Interstate 94 in Fargo last week has died. Fargo police tell Valley News Live that 28-year-old Cody Cattermoss died yesterday from injuries suffered during the fall on Thursday afternoon. Police are still trying to figure out what happened. Witnesses say he had been seen walking in the area just before he fell or jumped from the 45th Street overpass onto the highway. Police say Cattermoss was not hit by traffic. And because we're hearing reports of slick roads around the area, let's go ahead and check in with meteorologist Robert Hahn. Robert, what are the conditions looking out there right now?
Some areas still seeing some snowfall, and we're seeing some at least slick spots over much of the region. And as you mentioned, south of the Fergus Falls area, much slicker there with the snow continuing in that region. Right now, temperatures mostly in the 20s. However, 19 in Thief River Falls, 21 in Crookston, is 23 here in the Fargo-Moorhead area. Seeing some breezy conditions out there, and we'll see those as we head through this afternoon. Winds 10 to 20 miles per hour with some occasional stronger gusts, and that's making for some rather cold wind chills. As cold as 7 in Thief River Falls and Sisseton, 6 in Fergus Falls, 10 here in the Fargo-Moorhead area. As I mentioned, we do have some snow out there, cloudiness as well, and underneath those clouds, that's where we're seeing the snow. A few snow showers making their way through the Grand Forks area, the Crookston area, sliding on south towards the Fargo-Moorhead area and off towards the southeast. That's where we're seeing the more significant snows, the steadier snow starting to wind down south of Fergus Falls, but a quick check of the rotor reports down in that area south of Fergus Falls, much of southern and southwestern Minnesota, some very slick conditions. Keep that in mind of heading that direction. Elsewhere, across eastern North Dakota, northeastern South Dakota, and northwest Minnesota, some slick spots. Today, some snow showers. Tomorrow, maybe a few peaks of sunshine and temperatures on the chilly side, but we've got some much warmer weather on that 7-day forecast, and we'll show that to you coming up in just a few minutes.
Thanks, Robert. Well, much of the East Coast can finally start to dig out today after getting pounded by a massive blizzard that stretched from the Gulf Coast to New England. At least 30 deaths are being blamed on this weekend storm. Many schools and government offices are still closed today. Edward Lawrence is in Washington, D.C. with the latest.
I'm calling this the Big Dig. Tens of thousands of people in the suburbs of Maryland and Washington, D.C., all the way up to the outskirts of New York are digging out. You can see around the U.S. Capitol here, we're dealing with almost knee-high snow in this area. Other areas are dealing with 30 inches on the road because plows can't get to it. Still, emergency equipment has to go through that. So in some cases, they're going through 24 inches of snow to get to the emergency. This is a deadly storm. 30 people so far, at least 30 people have died because of the storm, many in traffic accidents. Other folks were killed when they were shoveling snow and had heart attacks. At least one person was hit by a plow. Now, the governor of Maryland says that we're in recovery mode at the moment, trying to get the streets back to normal, get life back to normal. This wasn't just snow. This storm actually hit the New Jersey shore with a lot of water. The flooding that happened in several communities on the New Jersey shore put many people out of their homes. Now, as the water is receding over the next couple days, folks will come back in and assess the damage there. This is the very first storm that ever dropped more than 19 inches of snow in Washington, D.C. and New York City at the same time. Reporting in Washington, Edward Lawrence, NBC News.
Police have now identified the woman involved in a rollover accident in West Fargo that sent her to the hospital. They say 35-year-old Tricia Engstrom was driving with her 10-year-old daughter in the 600 block of Main Avenue when she lost consciousness. The car hit a snowbank and rolled. The daughter was able to get out of the car without any injuries. Engstrom was taken to the hospital for evaluation. Valley City fire officials are investigating a house fire that killed a man over the weekend. It all happened on the northwest part of town just before 3 a.m. yesterday. Valley City Fire Chief says a couple was in the home at the time of the fire. Flames quickly spread from the basement to the attic, and the man was unable to make it out. His wife was outside when crews arrived. She was taken to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. A West Fargo hotel was forced to evacuate after a fire started on the stove in one of the rooms. Fire officials believe it may have started after guests passed out while cooking. 3 guests at the Roadway Inn were trapped inside their room when the fire started around 2:30 yesterday morning. Hotel management was able to evacuate everyone by the time crews arrived. Authorities believe that the guests inside the room where the fire started appeared to be impaired, and one of them was taken to the hospital. In a Valley News Live exclusive, the family of an East Grand Forks man who died following a Christmas Day bar fight in Crookston says they're being denied justice. Family and friends of John Torres gathered in the parking lot of the Justice Center in Crookston yesterday to protest. Family says they believe no one has been arrested in the case because Torres was Hispanic and the suspects in the case are white.
When my husband's heart stopped, that stopped mine. And what's keeping me from going is my kids. But every day, I have to wake up and relive this nightmare that happened to my family. I want him to be served, and I want him to pay for what he did.
Polk County Prosecutor Greg Wideseth has told Valley News Live repeatedly that he will not comment on active cases. A group of local students woke up in their own beds today after being stuck on a bus for almost 24 hours on the Pennsylvania Turnpike. They were coming home from the March for Life anti-abortion rally in Washington, D.C. when they got stopped by the monster snowstorm. The students say they made the best of it while stranded on the bus. Some we spoke with say it was an experience they'll never forget, and a lot of them say they made new and stronger friendships. There was a large turnout yesterday as Bison Nation gathered to support the family of one of their football players. Chase Morlock's dad is fighting cancer, and yesterday hundreds of people packed the El Zaggle Shrine Clubhouse for a fundraiser. Paul Morlock was diagnosed with stage 4 colon cancer in August, just 1 month after starting a new job. Money raised will help the Morlock family deal with lost wages.